This is our Nike WhatsApp customer support system, and now it's time for final testing using different users. First, I send a simple message, "Hello, perfect." It instantly replies, "Hey, how can I help you today?" Now I ask, "What is the status of my order ORD1010? It responds, "Your order ORD1010 is currently out for delivery and should arrive today. Let me know if you need anything else." Let's double check this from our Nike Orders database. And yes, order ID ORD1010 indeed has the status out for delivery, so the response is 100% accurate. Next I ask, "Do you only have shoes?" The AI replies, "We offer more than just shoes. Nike also carries apparel, accessories, and equipment like socks, bags, and training gear." Perfect again. Now I switch to another WhatsApp number to test whether our customer support works for multiple users simultaneously. I ask, "What is the cheapest shoe available?" It replies, "The cheapest shoe we have right now is the Nike SB Cron 2 for $65. It is available in black and gum and is designed for durable skateboarding with a flexible sole." Let's verify this from our inventory database. And yes, the Nike SB Cron 2 at $65 is indeed the cheapest shoe listed. Now I test the complaint system. I say, "I have a complaint. I don't like the quality of my recently bought shoes." The AI responds politely, "Sorry to hear you're not satisfied with the quality. Could you please share your full name so I can log this for our support team?" I reply, "My name is Henry and I don't like the quality of my shoes. Please launch my complaint." And it says, "Thanks, Henry. I've submitted your complaint about shoe quality to our support team. They'll review it and get back to you soon." Now let's cross-check the tickets database. And yes, a new ticket has been created with the name Henry. This proves that our AI agent is working perfectly. It's fetching real-time data from the database, and it's also answering customer queries accurately. And not only that, but it's also creating support tickets just like a real customer support agent. Finally, from another WhatsApp number, I ask, "Can I return my shoes?" And it clearly replies, "Our return policy allows returns within 5 days of purchase." A few months ago, I personally had a long conversation with Nike's customer support on WhatsApp regarding a shoe quality issue and a return request. Later, I realized that I was actually talking to an AI agent. That experience inspired me to replicate the same Nike WhatsApp customer support system using free tools and show you step by step how you can build a multi-dollar system in just 1 hour. So stay tuned and welcome back to Develop Minds. So let's kick things off. This right here is the full technical architecture and how everything connects inside N8n. First, we'll set up the input signal in Twilio, along with a dedicated WhatsApp number for Nike's customer support. This is where customers will message us with their questions. Next, we'll add a return policy node, basically a quick guide for customers who want information about return policies. After that, we'll create our AI agent using Groq, and inside Groq, we'll be using the OpenAI GPT-OSS 120 billion model as the brain of the bot. Then comes the important part, giving our AI agent access to Nike's database so it can read and update customer information accurately. For this, we'll use Airtable, where you can create as many tables as you want for products, orders, returns, whatever you need. Finally, we'll configure the output signal in Twilio again so our WhatsApp bot can send replies back to Nike's customers instantly. And the best part? We're building this entire Nike customer support system using N8n, Twilio, Groq, OpenAI GPT, Airtable, and WhatsApp, all for free. Let's start by creating our N8n account. For that, open n8n.io and click on Get Started for Free. N8n will ask for some basic details like your name, email address, and password to create a 14-day free trial account. And trust me, 14 days are more than enough to test and fully build our Nike WhatsApp customer support system. After that, you'll see a few additional questions about you or your company. We'll quickly go through those. You'll also get the option to invite team members to this project, but for now, let's skip that as well. And just like that, your online N8n account is active. I'm not fast forwarding or skipping any steps here. I want you to see the complete process. By the way, N8n is one of the most powerful AI automation tools out there, and it's already being used by tons of companies and brands to automate their workflows. Now let's start our project from scratch. Click on Start from Scratch. Perfect. Our account is fully set up and ready to go. This is our workflow canvas where we'll build the entire customer support system step by step. First things first, let's rename this workflow to Nike Customer Support. And that's it. Our workflow is now created, saved, and ready for the first step. Now, our first step is to configure N8n so it can send and receive messages on WhatsApp. For that, we'll be using Twilio. So let's open Twilio. I'll also share the link in the video description. Click on Start for Free and sign up for a free account. Once you sign up with your details, Twilio will send a verification code to your email address. Just enter that code you receive on your email to continue. After that, Twilio requires two-factor authentication to prevent fraud and spam. So, you'll need to enter your phone number, and Twilio will send you a verification message or give you a quick call. All right, now we're fully verified. Here you'll see a recovery code. Make sure you download and save this somewhere safe. You might need it later. Next, Twilio will ask how you want to get started. We'll choose the 14-day free trial option because that is enough for us. Once again, you'll see a few basic onboarding questions. Let's quickly skip through those and we're good to go. With the free trial, Twilio gives you around $15.50 in credits, which is honestly more than enough for all our testing. The first thing we need to do is get a phone number so we can create our own custom Nike WhatsApp sender. Click on Get a Phone Number, and just like that, Twilio assigns us a virtual phone number. Next, from the left-hand menu, click on Messaging and then select Try It Out. Twilio will now give you two options. Send an SMS, send a WhatsApp message. Go ahead and click on Send a WhatsApp Message. This will take you to the WhatsApp sandbox environment. Activate your sandbox. The WhatsApp number you see here is the Nike Customer Support WhatsApp number we'll be using and connecting with N8n. All the remaining setups, like sandbox settings and configurations, will be done right here, but we'll handle that later. For now, our main goal was to create a Twilio account and generate a WhatsApp number, and that part is officially done. Now we will move to N8n. Now our next task is to start setting up the nodes inside N8n. Click on Add First Step, type Twilio, and you'll see two trigger options. On New SMS, on New Call, we'll select on New SMS because we're building a WhatsApp-based messaging customer support system. Once selected, here the Twilio trigger will ask for Twilio credentials. Click on Create New Credentials. Now in the credentials, it's asking for two things: Twilio Account SID, Auth Token. For that, we need to switch back to Twilio. Here, click on Account Dashboard, and right here, you'll see both the account SID and the Auth Token. Simply copy them one by one. Paste them into the Twilio Credentials section in N8n. Once done, hit Save. After saving, N8n will automatically test the credentials. And perfect. Everything is working fine. Now our account setup is complete. One really powerful thing about Twilio is that whenever someone sends a message to the WhatsApp number, which we already purchased, Twilio allows you to run any trigger on the back end of that number. And in our case, what we want to run is this N8n workflow we are creating. So basically, whenever a user sends a message to the WhatsApp number we purchased, Twilio should trigger this workflow. For that, we need to tell Twilio which URL our workflow is running on. And this URL is called a webhook URL. You can find it right here in N8n. Click on it and you'll see two options: Test URL, Production URL. For now, we'll use the test URL. Later, we'll switch to the production URL. I'll explain the difference when we get there. Now simply copy the test URL, go back to Twilio, and inside the WhatsApp sandbox settings, paste this URL into the field that says when a message comes in. See, this sandbox configuration itself says that to send and receive messages from the sandbox to your application, I already explained it. Now save it and switch back to N8n. Our basic setup is done. Save it and then click on Back to Canvas, and our Twilio first node is all set up. Now let's test everything side by side after setting up each node. I've already saved this number in my personal WhatsApp as Nike Customer Support. First, we need to activate our workflow because right now it's in an inactive state. Now click on Execute Workflow. Perfect, our workflow is now live and ready to listen to incoming messages. Now from my WhatsApp, I'm sending a simple message, hello. Let's see how it behaves. Since we're in the testing phase, Twilio is telling us that my personal WhatsApp number is not yet connected to the Twilio sandbox. To fix this, we just need to connect it using the given code. Let's do that first. Great, done. Now I'll send the message hello again. Perfect. You can see this tick mark here. As soon as the message is sent to the Twilio WhatsApp number, Twilio forwards that message to the test webhook URL we provided earlier. That means the message has now reached to our N8n workflow. Click on the Twilio trigger, and on the right side, you can see all the details along with the exact message we sent. So yes, WhatsApp is now perfectly connected with Twilio. Next, we need to set up another Twilio node, this time to send a reply back from Nike Customer Support. So I'll add another Twilio node and select Send WhatsApp Message. It's asking for the same credentials again, but since our account SID and auth token are already saved in N8n, they're automatically picked up. No need to add them again. Now we just need to configure a few details like from number and to number. You can already see all the incoming and outgoing details in the left side of Twilio trigger here, my message ID, my name, my phone number, and the message I sent from my personal WhatsApp, the Twilio number we purchased, I mean everything. Now the from number will be the number sending the reply, which is our Nike Customer Support WhatsApp number. Enter that number exactly as shown here. In the to number, we'll enter the number where the reply should go, in this case, my personal WhatsApp number. Next, we need to define the message content. For now, we'll keep it simple. Just drag the body field from the incoming message and drop it into the message field. This means whatever message the user sends, Twilio will send the same message back. Don't worry, we're just testing the connection right now. All right, the second node is configured, click Save, then go back to the canvas. Once again, click Execute Workflow. Now let's open WhatsApp and send a new message. A small error here. Looks like we had an extra character in the to parameter. Let's quickly fix that and resend the message. Perfect, we received the exact same message we sent. This confirms that our Twilio integration is working perfectly. We can send messages to WhatsApp, and we can also receive replies back from Nike Customer Support. Exactly what we need before moving to the next phase. Now, before moving to the next phase, there's one important thing we need to fix. Right now, the to number is set to my personal WhatsApp number, which is obviously not ideal. Our goal is simple. Anyone should be able to contact Nike Customer Support with their questions or concerns. So instead of using a fixed WhatsApp number, we'll replace it with the entire from expression. Just drag the from expression and drop it here. That's it. Now save the trigger. All right, let's test this properly. I'm opening a new WhatsApp account, enabling the Twilio sandbox, and then executing the workflow again. Now I am sending a message. Testing 1, 2, 3. Perfect. It works. Now let's switch back to the previous WhatsApp and test again. Execute the workflow and send WhatsApp 1 hello. Great, it's working exactly the way we want. Now anyone who sends a message to Nike Customer Support will automatically get a reply, no matter which WhatsApp number they're using. And with that, our phase 1 is officially complete. We've successfully integrated the Twilio WhatsApp input and output connection with N8n. All right, let's move on to the next phase. Now we're entering phase 2, where we'll create our AI agent. To build an AI agent, we need an LLM, large language model, and for this project, we'll be using Groq. So let's head back to N8n. These are our Twilio connections. We don't need them right now, so I'll just drag them up here and keep them aside. We'll plug them back in later. Now let's create a new node. In the nodes list, search for AI Agent. Here it is. Add it to the canvas. You'll notice a red warning icon on the node. Don't worry, that's just because we haven't configured anything yet. The first thing we need to set up is the chat model. Think of the chat model as the brain of the AI agent. And to power that brain, we need LLM. Click on Chat Model, and you'll see a bunch of options like Anthropic, Azure, AWS, DeepSeek, Google Gemini, and many more. For this project, we'll go with Groq, and there are two big reasons for that. It's free to use, and it's extremely fast, which makes it perfect for testing and prototyping. So go ahead and select Groq Chat Model. Now N8n will ask for Groq credentials. Click on Create New Credential, and you'll see it asking for a Groq API key. To get that API key, we need to open Groq and create an account first. I'll sign up using my Google account. Once logged in, this is the Groq dashboard. Click on API keys, then create API key. Let's name it Nike Customer Support. Submit it. This is your API key. And one very important thing, never share this API key with anyone. I'll also delete mine before publishing this video. Now copy the API key, go back to N8n, paste it into the Groq credentials section, and hit save. N8n will automatically test the connection and perfect. Our integration is successful. Next, we need to choose the LLM model inside the Groq parameters. You'll see a lot of powerful models available, and honestly, this is one of the best things about Groq. It gives you access to top-tier models, it's super fast, and it's free. For this demo, we'll select the OpenAI GPT 120 billion parameter model. This is one of the most powerful models available right now. Save the settings and go back to the canvas. At this point, our AI agent officially has a brain powered by the Groq chat model. Now let's test whether our AI agent is actually working. We have two options here. Option 1 is to connect Twilio input and output directly to the AI agent. But I don't recommend that for testing because we're on a Twilio trial. We only have about $15.39 in credits, and we definitely don't want to waste those. So instead, we'll keep the Twilio nodes aside for now and create a chat trigger node. Add the chat trigger and connect it directly to the AI agent. Now click on Open Chat. You'll see a small chat interface pop up at the bottom. Let's test it. I'll type, "Hi." Here's what happens in the background. The message goes from the chat trigger, triggers our AI agent. The agent sends the request to Groq. Groq processes it and then sends the response back. And there we go. You can see the green check mark and the response, "Hello, how can I assist you today?" Perfect. So phase 2 is officially complete. We have successfully created an AI agent, integrated it with Groq, and verified that our LLM is working perfectly. In the next phase, we'll connect this AI agent with our Airtable database and finally plug everything back into WhatsApp. Now we're moving into phase 3, where we'll create Nike's database using Airtable. So first things first, what is Airtable? Airtable is basically an online database tool. You can think of it like Google Sheets or Excel, but it is much more powerful, and it allows you to connect your data using APIs, which is perfect for AI automation. I'll share the Airtable link in the description as well. Just open Airtable and click on Sign Up for Free. It comes with a 14-day free trial, and we'll sign up using our Google account. It'll ask a few basic onboarding questions. Let's quickly go through those. Now you'll see a screen that says, "Let's start building together." Airtable might suggest building something using AI, but we don't need that right now. So we'll simply close this and create a blank base instead. This is where we'll build our database. First, let's rename this database to Nike Customer Support. Creating databases and tables in Airtable is super quick and simple, and again, we're still on the 14-day free trial. Now, we need to create multiple tables. By default, you'll see one table. Let's rename it to Inventory. click on the top left menu and change the table name. Next, to create a second table, click on Add or Import, then choose Add from Scratch. Let's name this table Orders. In the same way, let's create a third table and name it Tickets. So what do these tables do? The inventory table will store all product details from the Nike store. The orders table will contain information about customer orders, placed, canceled, or completed. And the tickets table will be used when customers have questions or issues and want to create a support ticket. Now you have a few options to fill these tables. You can enter data manually, use Airtables AI, or import data from an external source. To save time, I'll ask ChatGPT to generate dummy data for us. But before that, let's quickly set up the column names and data types. Data types simply tell Airtable what kind of data each column will store. First is product_ID. Now go on Edit field and data type is single line text. Then name and its data type is also single line text. Then product price and its data type is currency. Color, which is also single line text. Details will be long text. We don't need attachment summary, so we'll just delete that column. Now let's switch to ChatGPT and ask, can you create a CSV file for me of a Nike database with 15 rows consisting of the following columns: product ID, name, product price, currency, color, details. And here we go. ChatGPT generates the CSV file for us. Just download it. Now back in Airtable, click on the inventory table, choose CSV file, then local file, and import the file. It'll take a few seconds, and done. You might see a few extra rows, so let's quickly delete those. And that's it. Our inventory table is now complete. Here you can see the product IDs, product names, prices, colors, and detailed descriptions. All of this is dummy data generated by ChatGPT, but these products do exist in the real world in a very similar form. Next up is our orders database. Here we'll rename all the columns and set their data types properly. First column is order ID, whose data type is single line text. Then next is product ID, whose data type is also single line text. Then product.name, which is again single line text. Then is product.price, and its data type is currency. Then comes details, and it's long text. Then is order status, and its data type is single select. Now, single select means the field can only have predefined values. For order status, we'll add these options: shipped, processing, pending, canceled, out for delivery. Let's quickly assign colors to these as well. All right, our orders table columns are complete. Now, once again, let's jump over to ChatGPT and ask, create a CSV file for me of a Nike orders database with 15 rows consisting of the following columns: order ID, product name, product price, details, and order status. The order status includes shipped, processing, pending, canceled, and out for delivery. And just like before, ChatGPT generates the CSV file for us. Simply download it, go back to Airtable, and import it into the orders table. Perfect. You might see a few extra rows. Let's quickly delete those. And that's it. Our orders database is now ready. You can see all the dummy order details right here. Now let's move on to our third and final table, the tickets table. For this one, we'll keep the default columns as they are: name, notes, assignee, and status. Here, assignee simply means the person who is creating or handling the support ticket. Once again, let's ask ChatGPT. Create a CSV file for me of a Nike tickets database with 15 rows consisting of the following columns: name, notes, assignee, and status. The status includes the following values: to do, in progress, and done. ChatGPT takes a moment and generates the CSV file. Download it, head back to Airtable, and import it into the tickets table. And that's it. The process is simple and straightforward. Now you can see all our dummy data is created in all the 3 tables. These kinds of tables also exist in the real world. Of course, a brand like Nike doesn't run on just 3 tables. They might have hundreds or even thousands of tables, but the logic stays exactly the same. There will always be things like an inventory summary, an order summary, tickets, customers, and a lot more. Now, our next task is to connect these Airtable tables with our N8n workflow and AI agent. For that, we'll create an Airtable node inside the AI agent tools, like this. First things first, it's asking for Airtable credentials. So let's head back to Airtable. Go to Settings, then Account, enable Developer Mode, and then click on Developers. From here, open Personal Access Tokens. You'll see that we don't have any tokens yet, so let's create one. Name it Nike Customer Support. Now select all read and write scopes and click Create Token. And here we go. Your token is generated. Just like API keys, this token is very sensitive, so never share it with anyone. I'll also delete mine before uploading this video. Now copy the token, go back to N8n, click on Create New Credentials, paste the token into the Access Token field, and save it. N8n will automatically test the token, and perfect, the integration is successful. Now we need to configure a few more parameters. Set resource to record. Set operation to search next. We need to give N8n access to our Nike database. So go back to Airtable settings, and here you'll see an option called Add a Base. Click on it, select Nike Customer Support, and save the changes. Now I've come back to N8n. Perfect. You can now see Nike Customer Support in the Base dropdown. Select it. In the Table dropdown, you'll see all 3 tables. We'll create separate tools for each table. Let's start with the Inventory table. Now for the Filter by Formula field, we're not going to enter any fixed value because we don't know what the user will ask. And this is where the real beauty of N8n comes in. You see these 3 stars here? When you click on them, you're basically telling N8n. You decide how to handle this dynamically. In the description, let's write filter based on price. The field name is product price. Next, it asks whether we want all records or a specific record. Again, we'll let N8n decide, so we'll use the 3 stars here as well. Now all parameters for the inventory tool are set. Save it and go back to the canvas. Next, let's test whether the AI agent actually has access to this table. Right-click on the node and rename it to Inventory Record. Now click on Open Chat. First, let's reset the chat and say, Hi. Now I'll ask, which is the most expensive product do you have? Perfect, it replies, the most expensive item in our inventory is product ID is NK009. Product name is Nike Zoom X Vaporfly Next with price $250 and color bright crimson. Let's quickly verify this with the table. And yes, Nike Zoom X Vaporfly Next is the most expensive item in our inventory with product ID NK009, price $250 and color bright crimson. That means our inventory tool is working perfectly. Now let's try another question. What is the price of the cheapest item? It responds, the cheapest item in the list is the Nike SB Cron 2, priced at $65. Let's double check. And once again, perfect. The cheapest product is indeed Nike SB Cron 2 for $65. This confirms that our AI agent can now successfully read data from Airtable and respond accurately using real database values. Now let's create another tool node, this time for the orders table. The process is almost the same, so we'll just repeat the steps. Add another node of Airtable in the tool of AI agent. In the parameter settings, set resource to record, set operation to search. In the base dropdown, select Nike Customer Support. In the table dropdown, choose the orders table. For filter by formula, once again, we'll let N8n decide dynamically what value to read from the table. In the description, add filter based on order_ID. The field name is order_ID. Next, for the return option, we'll again let the AI decide by selecting the stars for return all. That's it. Save the settings and go back to the canvas. Now our second tool is ready. Let's rename this node to Order Tracking. Time to test it. Click on Open Chat, and let's ask a question related to orders. For example, what is the status of order ID ORD 1003? Perfect. It responds, the order with order ID ORD 1003 currently has a status of pending. Let's quickly verify this in the orders table. And yes, the order status is pending. That confirms our orders tool is working perfectly, and the AI agent can now track orders directly from the database. Now let's quickly connect our third tool, which is for order tickets. Click on Add Tool node, select Airtable again, but this time there's a small change. Instead of choosing Search in the operation parameter, we'll select Create. Why? Because tickets are not just about reading data. Users can create new support tickets on WhatsApp, and those tickets should be added directly to our tickets table. They can also ask about tickets they've already created. Now set the parameters. Base, Nike customer support, table, tickets. Next, it asks how to map values for name, notes, assignee, and status. We'll let the AI handle the mapping dynamically. For status, we'll set a default value of todo. This means whenever a new ticket is created, its default status will automatically be todo. All right, the tool is now set up. Save it and go back to the canvas. Let's rename this tool to Create Tickets. Now let's test it using the chat trigger. Click on Open Chat and first type, create a new ticket. Perfect. Perfect. The AI responds as sure thing. To create a ticket, I will need a few details. Who should be assigned to this ticket? A short title or name for the ticket. Any additional information or description for the ticket? Could you provide those 3 pieces of information? Now I'll provide the information. Assignee. Develop minds. Name. Shoes quality. Notes. Damaged shoes. We're getting an error saying the request is invalid. That's because the data type of one of the fields is set to user. Let's quickly change that field's data type to single line text and then try again. Now let's resend the command. Perfect. The ticket has been created successfully with all the provided details, and the default status is todo. At this point, all tools inside our AI agent are working perfectly. We've tested everything step by step to avoid any kind of error. So with that, Phase 3 is officially complete and fully functional. Now technically, everything is already complete. If we connect the Twilio input and output back into this setup, the whole system will start working end to end. But since we want to build an AI application inspired by real-world systems, we need to add one more important piece. So, in Phase 4 of our Nike customer support, we'll create a return policy document and give our AI agent access to it. Why is this important? In real life, whenever a customer asks something like, "Can I return my shoes after the return period?" the AI should be smart enough to respond, "Sorry, the return window has expired." That only happens when the AI has access to all relevant information. If we don't give the AI access to the return policy and a user asks about it, the AI becomes useless. It fails. So whenever you're building an AI agent, you must feed it all the knowledge it needs to make decisions. Now let's create a new node called set. The set node is used to provide fixed information to the AI. First, go back to the canvas and adjust the connections. Right now, the message is going directly from chat trigger to AI agent. We want the message to pass through the return policy first, so delete the direct connection between chat trigger and AI agent. Now connect it like this: chat trigger to edit field, and then edit field to AI agent. Now rename this edit field node as return policy. Open the return policy node. Change the mode to JSON. Here we'll add our return policy information. For example, we can say return policy Return policy is 5 days. You can write a long and detailed return policy here if you want. And just remember, this is one way of doing it, not the only way. You can also upload a PDF, use embeddings, or connect a database. There are plenty of options. Now enable Include Other Input Fields and save it. Let's test it. Go back to the canvas, open the chat trigger, and send a message like testing. You'll notice a lot of unnecessary data showing up. That's not ideal. So, open the return policy node again and check what's going on. You'll see that along with the chat input, extra stuff like session ID and action is also being passed, which we don't need. To fix this, change input fields to selected. Drag and drop only chat input into fields to include. Save it. Now test again by typing testing again. Perfect. Now the response looks clean. All systems are up and running. How can I help you today? Now we need to make one final adjustment. We want the AI agent to receive both the user's message, the return policy. First, let's test by asking, what is your return policy? You'll see the response is still not accurate. That's because the return policy isn't yet being passed into the AI's prompt. Let's fix that. Open the AI agent node, change source for prompt to define below. Now inside the prompt, structure it like this. User query, drag and drop chat input. Return policy, drag and drop return policy. This way, the AI receives both the question and the policy context. Save it and test again. Ask, what is your return policy? Perfect. Our return policy allows you to return items within 5 days of purchase. If you need to initiate a return, just let us know and we'll guide you through the process. Now, our AI agent behaves like a real-world customer support system, smart, informed, and capable of making the right decisions. At this point, all that's left is to plug Twilio back in, and your Nike WhatsApp AI customer support will be fully live. At this point, our AI agent is working perfectly. We've created all the required tools, added the return policy, and even set up the WhatsApp connections. Now, before we finally connect the Twilio WhatsApp trigger, there's one last and very important step left. We need to give our AI agent a system prompt, basically telling it who it is and how it should behave. Right now, the agent is powered by a GPT 120 billion parameter model, which already gives great responses and makes solid decisions. But without a system message, it doesn't officially know that it's a Nike customer support assistant. So let's fix that. Open the AI agent node, click on Add option, and then select System Message. This is where we define the role, personality, and behavior of our AI agent. By doing this, our responses become more refined, more polished, and more professional, just like a real brand assistant. You can write this system message manually, or you can get help from ChatGPT. I'll ask ChatGPT something like, I will ask ChatGPT, you are a WhatsApp AI assistant for Nike customer support named as Alex. Can you write a system message for your AI agent defining his personality, that who are you, what are your logics including return policy, MindyJSON.return policy, how to get product information from order, record, and order tracking tools, and how to log a query in CreateNick tickets. Also define AI agent its behavior guidelines. And perfect. ChatGPT generates a detailed system message that clearly defines our AI agent's personality and logic. It says, you are Alex, an AI-powered WhatsApp customer support assistant for Nike. Your role is to provide fast, accurate, and friendly support to Nike customers, similar to a real human support agent. You communicate in a professional, polite, and helpful tone, keeping responses clear, concise, and conversational, never robotic. And a lot more. Quick reminder, always read through the system message once before using it, just to avoid vague or unwanted behavior. Now I'll simply copy and paste this system message into the system message field inside the AI agent. At this point, our AI agent finally has a name, role, and personality. Let's test it one last time. Open the chat trigger and ask, "Hi, who are you?" Perfect, it replies, "Hi, I'm Alex, Nike's WhatsApp customer support assistant. I'm here to help you with any questions about products, orders, returns, or anything else you need. How can I assist you today?" Now let's try a few more questions. What is the most expensive product you have? Perfect, it gives the correct product name along with the price. Sure, the most expensive product we have right now is the Nike Zoom X Vaporfly Next, priced at $250. It's an elite racing show designed for speed. Let me know if you'd like more details or help with anything else. Next, I ask, "Can I return my shoes?" And again, perfect. It clearly responds that shoes can be returned within 5 days, exactly as defined in our return policy. Sure, you can return your shoes as long as the request is made within 5 days of receiving them. Just make sure the shoes are unworn with all original tags and packaging. Now for the final step, delete the chat trigger node, connect the Twilio input to the return policy node, and then connect the output of the AI agent back to Twilio for replies, and done. Let's quickly test this setup. Open WhatsApp and send any random message. For example, "final testing." You'll notice we don't get any response. That means our pipeline isn't working properly yet. So there's something we need to fix. Let's do that now. First, go to the Twilio output node. Here, change the message body to the output of the AI agent. Just drag and drop the AI agent's output into the message body field. Next, update the to number. Instead of using a fixed number, replace it with the from expression, the number from which the user sent the message. Simply drag and drop the from field from Twilio's input parameters. Now, let's test again. Send another message on WhatsApp, like "final testing again." This time, we do get a response, but it feels vague and a bit random. So let's fine-tune a few more things. Go to the AI agent node. Earlier, the user query was coming from the chat trigger input, but now we want the AI agent to respond directly to WhatsApp messages. So replace the chat trigger input with the Twilio message body. From the Twilio parameters, drag and drop the body field into the user query section of the AI agent. Perfect. Now, before running the workflow again, there's one important thing to remember. In the Twilio input settings, we initially use the test webhook URL. If we keep using the test URL, we'll have to manually execute the workflow every single time before sending or receiving a message. To avoid that, simply copy the production webhook URL from N8n and paste it into the Twilio WhatsApp sandbox settings. Once that's done, you don't need to execute the workflow again and again. Your workflow is now fully active. Whenever Twilio receives a WhatsApp message on your number, the workflow will automatically run and the user will instantly get a response. Now let me give you a quick overview of the entire workflow we just built. We purchased a WhatsApp number from Twilio and configured its APIs inside the Twilio trigger node in our N8n workflow. We use the production URL so the workflow runs automatically without manual execution. Whenever a message is received, it moves to the next step, the return policy node, where we've defined our return policy in JSON format. After that, the message goes to the AI agent. Here, we provide both the user's query and the return policy, along with the agent's personality and behavior guidelines, so it can respond in the most accurate and helpful way. Finally, whatever response the AI agent generates is passed to the Twilio output node, and from there, the reply is sent back to the user on WhatsApp as Nike customer support. Now it's time for the final test. We'll send messages from multiple numbers to confirm that the system responds correctly to multiple users at the same time. Let's open the first WhatsApp number and start with a simple message. "Hello." The AI instantly responds, Hey, how can I help you today? Now I ask, what is the status of my order ORD 1010? It replies, your order ORD 1010 is currently out for delivery and should arrive today. Let me know if you need anything else. Let's verify this from our orders database. And yes, order ID ORD 1010 is marked as out for delivery, so the response is accurate. Next, I ask another question. Do you only sell shoes? The AI responds, we offer more than just shoes. Nike also carries apparel, accessories, and equipment like socks, bags, and training gear. Let me know if you'd like details on any specific products. Now I switch to another WhatsApp number to test whether the system supports multiple users simultaneously. From this number, I ask, what is the cheapest shoe available? The AI replies, the cheapest shoe we currently have is the Nike SB Cron 2 for $65. It's available in black and gum and is designed for durable skateboarding with a flexible sole. Let's cross-check this with our inventory database. And yes, the cheapest product listed is Nike SB Cron 2, priced at $65. Next, I say, I have a complaint. I don't like the quality of my recently bought shoes. The AI responds politely, sorry to hear that you're not satisfied with the quality. Could you please share your full name so I can log this for our support team? I reply, my name is Henry. The AI also informs me that the return policy is 5 days. So I say, my name is Henry and I don't like the quality of my shoes. Please launch my complaint. The AI confirms, thanks, Henry. I've submitted your complaint about the shoe quality to our support team. They'll review it and get back to you. Let's verify this in the tickets database. And yes, the complaint has been successfully created with the name Henry and the default status set to to-do, exactly as we configured. Finally, from another WhatsApp number, I ask, can I return my shoes? The AI responds correctly. Our return policy allows returns within 5 days of purchase. With this, our final testing is complete. And with that, we've officially completed a fully functional Nike-style WhatsApp AI customer support system, built from scratch using only free tools and tested live with real WhatsApp users. Let's just pause for a second and really understand what you've built here. You didn't just create a chatbot. You built a real-world, production-style AI support system that can handle multiple customers simultaneously, answer product-related questions using a live inventory database, track order statuses in real time, create and manage support tickets automatically, follow business rules like return policies, and behave like a professional brand support agent, not a random AI bot. This is the exact same architecture used by real companies, startups, agencies, and even enterprise brands to save thousands of dollars in support costs. And the most important part, you did this without writing complex back-end code, paying for expensive software, or relying on proprietary enterprise tools. Just the N8n, Twilio, Groq, Airtable, and WhatsApp, all connected logically. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and hit that subscribe button.